Woo! Sleeping in tents and hiking on trails, she's the braided backpacker. Yeah! Good morning, braided backpacker here, and right now it's 5:45 a.m. and I'm at the Stuart Lake Trailhead, about to embark on an overnight at the Enchantments. It's a chilly October morning, but we got our headlamps and we're ready to hike in the dark. With me, I have Dad as always, and a special guest. Say hi, Mom! Here we are at the Alpine Lakes Wilderness Trailhead. Who's excited? I am. To get this hike started.
Stay gentle, keep the eyes of a child. Don't harden your heart or your hands. Know to find joy in the darkness is wise, although they will think you don't understand. Don't let the world make you callous. Be ready to laugh.
We just hiked the 4 miles to the incredibly beautiful and pristine Colchuck Lake. This is the gateway to the Enchantments. Today, we're going to be hiking up Aasgard Pass, which is that pass just to the left of Dragontail Peak. And up there is an incredible complex of many alpine lakes and beautiful granite peaks.
By the sky, darling, stay
We made it to the other side of the lake and now we're beginning our ascent up Aasgard Pass. So all these yellow trees with needles are called larches. And what's really beautiful and unique about larches is that they're deciduous conifers, meaning that they have needles and pine cones, but they change colors and turn yellow and lose their needles in the fall. And these western larches only live in the Pacific Northwest in the alpine country. So it's incredibly special that we get to be here witnessing these incredible trees. I flew all the way from Southern California, where I'm going to college, to come see these larches during my fall break, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. Can you tell they're my favorite kind of tree? I just crested the top of Aasgard Pass, and I'm getting my first glimpse into the Upper Enchantments. And the sun is shining bright, and it is a beautiful day in the mountains. In Norse mythology, Aasgard is the home of the gods. Dad just made it up Aasgard! How you feeling, Pa?
Odin himself.
Pa's getting our lunch ready. He's cooked up some nice instant mashed potatoes on the jet boil. We got some beef jerky, some apples, and we got a great lunch spot. We're here in the Upper Enchantments. We got some beautiful peaks around us. This is Isolation Lake down below us. So it turns out we have 3 people and only 2 camp spoons, so like the rugged mountain woman I am improvising with a stick. Perfect.
I don't know how, but this is literally the best food I've ever tasted.
We climbed a mountain, and I picked wildflowers and put them in her hair. And at the top we found a meadow and danced barefoot in the grass. And I'm not lying, there were bluebirds in the air. It was a long one, and there's a time or two we felt like giving up. But every fall and every stumble made us stop and see the wonder. And with your hand in mine we pushed on towards the top. Why do people climb mountains? Is it just to reach the top and see the view? Well, I tell you something. Every rock and every river, every soar and every splinter, I would climb every mountain with you. Well, the clouds rolled in, and there was lightning, there was thunder, there was rain. As we hid beneath our shelter, all the doubts that we had felt came pouring in as a flood we had to face. Then came the sunshine, the clouds rolled back and color filled the earth. And the rain, it brought the flowers, you could sit and stare for hours. And the toil and the struggle showed its worth. Why do people climb mountains? Is it just to reach the top and see the view? Well, something. Every rock and every river, every soar and every splinter, in the summer and the winter, when it's warm and when we shiver, I would climb every mountain with you.
So we made it to the banks of Perfection Lake. You could say we're on the verge of perfection. And we decided to set up camp here in this beautiful larch grove. We have a view of Prusik Peak, a beautiful lake, and larches. What more could you want? It's larch madness out here in the Enchantments, and we're just so happy to be together and to be out here.
Loving the larch march.
So now Dad and I are gonna go exploring while Mom sets up the rest of camp.
And then we're going to go around Inspiration Lake and perhaps hike up to Temple Lake and do a little exploring.
So exciting. Wow.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Your eyes whispered, have we met? Across the room, your silhouette starts to make its way to me. The playful conversation starts, counter all your quick remarks like passing notes in secrecy. And it was enchanting to meet you. All I can say is I was enchanted to meet you. This night is sparkling, don't you let it go. I'm wonderstruck, blushing all the way home. I'll spend forever wondering if you knew I was enchanted to meet you.
We made it back to the Prusik Pass junction, and now it's time to explore more of the Lower Enchantments.
Lingering question kept me up 2 a.m. Who do you love? I wonder till I'm wide awake. And now I'm pacing back and forth, wishing you were at my door.
We made it to Viviane Lake, and you can see the snow lakes down below us, which is where the trail continues. But we're gonna turn around now because there's not very many larches in the basin, and we want to stay where the larches are because it's larch madness, man.
All I know is I was enchanted to meet you.
Aren't the enchantments enchanting?
This night is sparkling, don't you let it go. I'm wonderstruck, blushing all the way home. I'll spend forever wondering if you knew.
We just got back to camp and Dad's setting up dinner. Meanwhile,
Hi, Mom. What have you been up to? Just hanging out in our bougie 2-person tent. First step to camp dinner is lighting the jet boil so we can boil some water.
Welcome to Chez Johnny, the finest in alpine cuisine.
Our first course is fettuccine chicken alfredo, very delicious. Our second course is also noodle-based, some nice lasagna. Our third and final course is top ramen. So good! So we're in our tent, all nice and comfy. We got tons of sleeping bags to keep us warm through this cold night.
I always bring my friend Walt Whitman leaves of grass. I believe a leaf of grass is no less than the journey work of the stars, and the running blackberry would adorn the parlors of heaven. And the narrowest hinge in my hand puts to scorn all machinery. I like that one.
Oh. Snap, snap, snap,
yeah,
snap.
for the hand surgeon too. Good
night.
Good morning. It is day 2 of our Larch Madness overnight in the Enchantments. Last night was very special because we saw the Milky Way. It was stellar. All right, Dad, what's for breakfast?
Oatmeal with hot chocolate mixture.
Dad and I are going for a quick morning jaunt to maybe see the sunrise. Oh, it's Dad's favorite tree.
It's a tree that part of itself is dying, but it still survives.
That is spectacular. Wow.
Well, I heard the bells ringing. I was thinking about winter in this godforsaken place. When my confidence is well, then I tripped and I fell right flat on my face. Now I'm standing erect, and I feel like coming back, and the sun is shining gold. Put a smile on my face, get back in the human race, and get on with the show. And I'm taking in the Indian summer, and I'm soaking it up in my mind, and I'm pretending that it's paradise for the golden on.
We made it back to camp after our early morning saunter. Parades are in, and it's time to break camp.
For the golden on day.
We just cleaned up our camp, and now it's time to leave our beautiful campsite at Lake Perfection and hike back the way we came.
When we met now, I was parking my car in this dimly lit town.
That's a man in his happy place.
I was attacked by 2 thugs who took me for a mug and shoved me down on the ground. Then they pulled out a knife, and I fought my way out as they scarpered from the scene. Well, it is.
We found a nice lunch spot overlooking Tranquil Lake and the peaks of the Upper Enchantments. Let's get fueled up before descending down Aasgard. For lunch, we're making pasta primavera with grilled chicken. Hey! I'm thirsty. Dad, can you go get us some water from the lake? Thanks. He's back with the water. Yay, thanks, Dad.
Golden on day.
It's time to say goodbye to the Upper Enchantments and head down Aasgard Pass.
Well, I'm golden on day.
This is the way.
Wow.
This is the way.
This is the way. No way! Oh my gosh! Thanks for the photo op!
just made it back to the bank of Colchuck Lake, and now we just have to walk back all the way around the lake and then back down. We just came down Aasgard Pass. Larches on 3. 1, 2, 3. Larches! Bye, Colchuck.
Who would think this could happen in a city like this, among Blake's green and pleasant hills?
Oh my gosh, we made it! Yay! We're back at the trailhead where we were yesterday, and we finished our enchantments overnight.
We saw incredible lakes, glaciers, and mountains.
Mountain goats, pika, and trout.
We did about 13 miles today for a total of 26 miles from all of our exploring the enchantments. We had so much fun roaming around the larches and the lakes. It's time to take our braids out and return to civilization. I'll see you on the trail.
Sleeping in tents and hiking on trails, she's the braided backpacker. Yeah!
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun trail vlogs.